Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Jonathan Garcia, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Lat Tower by Titan Fitness. Very, very excited to bring this video to you guys. It's something I've been wanting to have in the gym for quite some time. It was out of stock for a little while. Nice to see it back in stock with a little bit of a price increase, but I really think, guys, for the value and the price of this thing, it really just can't be beat. Really needed an upgrade from the $250 Amazon lat pull down I was using that was plate loaded. I just think this thing is awesome. So anyways, without further ado, let's just get into it. So here's a quick look of how the box came to me. Now you do pay for freight shipping. There wasn't a lot of damage on the exterior, and it really wasn't that difficult to unbox. Just a few screws on the top lid, not too bad. And here is a quick look of the inside of the box. Obviously, everything is wrapped pretty nice in bubble wrap. Everything felt pretty snug, and there was no scratches and no dings on any of their pre-existing equipment. Nicely packaged. Really happy with how it came. And here is the thing fully assembled. It was a time-consuming process, but the instructions were pretty straightforward, and here it is, working like a charm. Currently I'm injured, so Jessica's gonna be modeling how a lot of the exercises work on here. She's about 6 inches taller than me, so it gave kind of a good perspective on what it's like for me, and obviously what it would be like for someone a normal height. And yeah, we were both really happy with how smooth everything was. And there was a few exercises that are a bit difficult to do if you're a little on the taller side, and I'll point that out in just a few. Coming around to the weight stack, this is something that I absolutely loved, is that they label each weight plate. Not only does it have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it also has, just for simple kind of reading, the pounds. So, you know, obviously 10, 20, all the way down to 300 pounds. Super. So this is what I was talking about, guys. Having difficulty doing some exercises on here if you're a little on the taller side. Jess is trying to do curls, and as you can hear, it's smashing against the top of the machine. So if you're a little on the taller side, do not expect to be able to do curls comfortably on this lat pull down. Okay. Now, during that set of curls, Jessica said she felt something really weird, and I noticed this was scratching up pretty bad. So let's take a look. It seems like this little stopper right here, this guy that's supposed to stop the cable or the attachment from going further in, messing things up. It looks like, let me try to do this one-handed. It looks like it's come apart right there. Hold on, sorry guys. And that's a big problem because now that little part is cutting up the bench. Gonna have to glue this on there or figure something out. But yeah, that's super annoying. Really not not awesome there. But hey, it is what it is. I think that maybe if I can just use some Gorilla Glue on there, kind of secure that, that would be fun. Not the first piece of Titan Fitness equipment I've had to glue together, but if that's the worst thing about this machine and the worst thing that ever happens, it's still pretty badass, guys. I wanted to show really quickly the bar that the lat pull down actually came with. One thing of note real quick, I really do love that there's a chain there so I can extend it, you know, for taller people who have maybe longer arms. Obviously I'm super short, so I need that chain to make it to where it's not a problem reaching for it. That's really nice. Here's the attachment. Pretty okay knurling. I mean, it's nothing like, you know, super fancy. It's pretty simple, straight to the point. But I do like that they include that. One thing of note it's super, super thin, which could be fine for most people. For me, I could use it being a little bit thicker. That's what she said. But no, I like that there's several different knurling points. You know, if you wanted to do narrow grip, medium, wider grip, and this thing does stick out really far. I do like that. It worked those lats. Yeah, it rotates right here. I mean, you know, for it being included, it's really not that bad. And coming down to the pad, when I was doing research on this thing, a lot of people were complaining about the pad quality. Guys, I think this is totally fine. I mean, it's nicer than most commercial gyms, to be honest. And it does have a little bit of texture, and it's gonna have, you know, kind of bite a little bit and give you a little bit more grip. Another thing I really like is these pads here don't move really easily. And that can be kind of annoying when you're doing a heavy load, lat pull downs or whatnot, and these things are just rolling all over the place. I can't stand that. So no complaints by me or from me whatsoever on that. One thing I also do like, again, for people who are taller, shorter, you can actually just easily adjust this, pull this pin out, and you can drop this, raise this up or down. I really, really love that feature. A lot of even commercial gyms don't have that feature. You can only just raise or lower the seat, and the problem with that is if you're like me and have shorter arms, it makes it super difficult. If I can just raise the pad, but the knee pad stays stationary to reach the top. So that for me is a 10 out of 10 feature. Absolutely love it. I briefly wanted to touch on the actual overall fit and finish of the machine. And I know that's people's biggest tiff with Titan Fitness is their overall finish, maybe the welds and so on and so forth. On this machine, the welds are pretty solid, the parts that are welded, because this thing, no kidding, came in almost 1 million pieces. So again, they probably do that to save on shipping costs and whatnot. So back again, it took forever to put together. But everywhere else on the machine, from where you touch the pin and even here, the finish all alongside of the machine, I know they might have had in the past issues with the powder coating and so on and so forth on a certain piece of equipment. On this one here, it feels really, really nice. You're paying a premium price, so it should look and feel premium, and this machine does just that. I wanted as well to talk about one of the things I don't like about this specific machine is actually this part right here. While I love that it's kind of plated here and it gives a little bit of texture, on the other side here, I am not a big fan of. I wish they would have just welded this right here on each side, all 4 corners, to make it a little bit smoother and safer, because I'm not kidding, guys. This is very, very sharp here, 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 and here. So the biggest problem with that is, you know, you sitting here doing lat pull downs, the back of your leg, maybe your calf or your ankle could probably easily scratch right here. So when I'm actually using the machine, I make sure my feet are way, way further in front of me so I don't risk that. But even just getting out of the machine, someone not paying attention could really hurt themselves right there. I think that's just a little unsafe on Titan Fitness's part, and I wish that they would have just kind of hit a weld right here. What I might do is actually hire someone to come and maybe just weld that, or even just kind of jerry-rig some foam and maybe some tape just to have, you know, avoid any accidents in the gym. And since we're down here already, I want to show you guys how I was able to fix that kind of issue with that metal clip just using Gorilla Tape, and that kind of solved it for me. I don't think that's a permanent fix, but for right now, that's going to be what I'm going to go with. And I wanted to talk about how you actually adjust this back and forward for different heights, and it's pretty easy, just like adjusting the knee pads. You actually just pull this up and slide it out, and it comes out pretty far. So I'm really happy with the adjustments on this thing. Shorter people, taller people, gonna have a little bit of a middle ground for everybody. I briefly also wanted to talk about the guide rods. Now, when I first got this thing assembled, these were very dry, and the machine was very rough to kind of use. It had like a grinding noise. So you definitely, first thing you want to do is go ahead and oil these up. I went ahead and put some WD-40 and made sure that I lifted up the weights here and actually sprayed them all throughout the bottom there. That way they could drip all the way down, and that's the first thing you really want to do when you get this thing assembled. I also really enjoyed that it came with some band pegs right here, which are pretty cool. I'm not a big user of bands myself in my training, you know, being a powerlifter. Most of my stuff is powerlifting focused. So I don't really use bands that much. I know some lifters do. So I'd be kind of excited to maybe give this a try. So if you got band pegs, you got 4 on each side. And supposedly you put a band in here, attach it up there, and it gives a little bit more resistance, which I like. Oh, loose screw there. I'm not sure how that got loose, but one of my biggest hesitations with this purchase of this machine was I watched a lot of YouTube reviews, and I don't know if this is a different version or maybe I just got a good one. Different, you know, reviewers maybe got a bad one, but they were complaining about this function right here. Hold on, let me try to do this one-handed, and I can show you guys. Was the actual rod right there going inside the actual plate stack? A lot of people were saying that they were having issues with this part right here not lining up all the way. And I'll tell you, there's a little bit of play in there, but I mean, like I said, this might be a different version, but I haven't had any issue whatsoever with that thing going right where it's supposed to be. It may wear over time, but that thing is pretty solidly in there, and I don't see it moving. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on my Instagram, and if you don't follow me on my Instagram, you definitely should. And yeah, I just really don't think that that's going to be an issue. And if that's something that Titan Fitness fixed, I'm really glad they listened to their base and got that fixed, because that would have been a pain in the ass had that rod just been kind of hitting the sides and not lining up all the way and going down smoothly. That would be annoying every single rep, worrying about if that was going to slide in perfectly there. So I'm really glad that they fixed that. Alright guys, so that's my full honest review on the Lat Tower by Titan Fitness. This thing was obviously a very expensive piece of equipment, but I think, again, for the versatility that it provides, as long as you're not, you know, 6'6", trying to do curls on this thing, I think it's going to be a great addition to any home gym, regardless of how much space you have. I mean, while it is a tall machine, it isn't like very, you know, wide, so you do have a few little kind of options where you can put it and where it'll fit and whatnot. It was a pain in the butt to assemble, if I'm being honest, but if you have a buddy who's willing to crack a few beers with you and just kind of have a good time and chat, put it together, it went by pretty quick. So a big thank you to Austin for coming over and giving me his personal time and helping me put this thing together. And the only other really con I can think of is just doing the curls. And obviously that end cable kind of breaking on me. That was kind of a pain in the butt, you know, first day using it. But with some glue and some tape, it really wasn't that big a deal. I may or may not send Titan Fitness an email, just see if I can get a replacement. But I don't think that it's really that big a deal. Again, for the price point that you pay, you want everything to be perfect. But I think that, again, if that's the worst thing that happened, then so on. So it's not that big a deal. Now, with all that being said, I do want to talk about the pros to having this thing. I think the main thing is going to be the versatility that it provides, and also having a 300-pound weight stack. That's going to grow with you as you transition to any home gym. The versatility this thing offers, how fast I can change from 10 pounds to 300 pounds, almost a blink of an eye. I mean, that's so convenient. It really gives my garage gym a commercial feel. And I think this thing is right at home, both in a garage setting and also at a commercial setting. I think this thing is pretty overbuilt, which is nice from Titan Fitness. I think it's just as home in a garage gym, or even if this was in a commercial gym. I don't think you'd be upset about that. I think it's definitely worth the price, $16.99 plus tax and shipping. I think it's a winner. So again, guys, thanks so much for watching Powerlifting Reviews. I'm Jonathan Garcia. And if there's anything you'd like to know about my experience both purchasing this thing or assembling, whatnot, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to get to them. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.